Good morning, all of you. Welcome back again to your own science class. Today, in this class, we are going to learn chapter Measurement and Motion. Children, here only you are coming across two words, measurement as well as motion. First, we will discuss what is measurement. You come across various physical quantities and also you are curious to know its measure. How can we measure? First of all, when you want to know the measurement, unknown quantity is compared with a known and fixed quantity of same kind. It is called as measurement. So, when you are measuring, what you are getting? You are getting two things. You are getting a number and a unit. So, the known quantity which is used in measuring is unit. Children, when there was no standard unit of measurement, as we all know that today we are having the various standard units to measure various different quantities, as scientists have developed a set of units called International System of Units or SI units, which are globally established. But when there was no means to measure, there was no standard means to measure anything, people used different body parts to measure the object. Like they used hands, feet, legs. The distance between the little finger and the thumb is called span. The distance between the toe and the heel is called as foot. Distance between the middle finger and elbow is called cubit, and the distance between the space between the two fits, it is called as pace. So these are the units. These are the things which people used in ancient times to measure the things. But children, as we all know, we all are different from each other. No two individuals on this earth are similar. So when they are measuring by using these things, these body parts, then they will get various measurement. So there will be no accurate measurement of the object. So for this thing, to avoid the inaccuracy, the scientists have developed a set of units called the standard units. Like meter is the standard unit to measure length, is the standard unit to measure weight. Second is the standard unit to measure time. Here in the picture we see what are the different things which are used to measure the length, the weight, time and the volume. So due to this inaccuracy in the measurement, in ancient times, scientists have developed a set of units called as SI units, and which is globally accepted in everywhere. So, when we are measuring anything, we use different units. When we are measuring the weight, we use kilogram as the unit, gram as the unit. When we are measuring the time, we are using minutes, seconds, hours. When you are measuring the length, you generally use a scale to measure the length, and we measure the length in meter, centimeter, kilometer. When you are measuring the volume, you are using liter and milliliter, and these are the various objects by which you measure. The next thing which you have to learn in this chapter is about motion. First of all, I'll tell you what is motion. You all know we are not fixed at one place. With time, we change our place. So this change in the position with respect to time, it is called as motion. There are various types of motion, like random motion, when the movement of the object is not having a specific path, then the type of motion is called as random motion. Translational motion, when the object is moving and all the parts of the object are moving in the same direction, then the motion is called as translational motion. Translational motion is of two types, rectilinear motion and circular motion. Rectilinear motion is the motion when the object is moving in a straight line, like for example, car moving on a straight road. Circular motion means the motion of the object around the curved path, like car moving on a curved road. Another type of motion is rotational motion, when the motion of the object is in a circular path about a fixed point or fixed axis, then it is called as rotational motion. Another is oscillatory motion, when the motion of the object is periodic, means to and fro, then and the motion is in slow, then we say oscillatory motion. It is also called as simple harmonic motion. But when the same motion is fast, then it is called as vibratory motion. So we have different types of motion such as translational motion, periodic motion, non-periodic motion. Translational motion, when the object, all the body parts of the object moves in a same direction, then it is called as translational motion. Periodic motion, when the motion of the object repeats at a fixed interval, then it is called as periodic motion. Non-periodic motion, it is also called as random motion. When the motion of the object is not fixed, then it is called as non-periodic motion or random motion. Now we will study the translatory motion. See with example. See here in the picture, we can see the car is moving in a straight line and all the parts of the car are moving in the same direction. And so this type of motion is called as rectilinear motion, in which all the parts are moving in the same straight line. It is called as rectilinear motion. See the child riding a bicycle. He is going in the straight path. So this type of motion is translatory motion. Second is circular motion. Circular motion, you can see here the object is moving along this circle and this path is a circular path. When the object is moving along a circular path, it is called as circular motion. Like the car taking a turn in the circular path, then the motion of the car is circulatory motion. Examples of circular motion are a car moving on a curved road, movement of the earth around the sun. You all know that there are two types of movements of the earth. One is rotation and other one is revolution. So in the rotation and revolution, the motion is circular because here in the revolution, the earth is moving around the sun in this circular path, and in the revolution and the rotation, the earth is moving circular in a fixed axis. So these are all different types of circular motion. When the object moves about a fixed axis, it is called as rotational motion. like a top spinning around a fixed rod, moving of the earth around its axis, movement of a car's wheel, movement of the fan blades. These are all the examples of rotational motion. Next, we are going to study what is periodic motion. Periodic means something happening at fixed interval. So when the object repeats its motion at a fixed interval, it is called as periodic motion. Like the hands of the clock, you all know they move round the face of the clock twice in a day. So the movement of the hands of the clock is what? Periodic. Means it repeats after every 12 hours. Movement of the pendulum, rotation of the earth, revolution of the earth around the sun. And when you are playing the guitar and you plug the strings of the guitar, then it will move periodically. But when you are moving it very fastly, then it starts vibrating, and the type of motion is called as vibratory motion. Here in the picture you can see the pendulum is moving to and fro. To and fro means backward and forward, and the movement is slow. So this type of motion is an example of oscillatory motion or simple harmonic motion. Here some of the examples of vibratory motion are shown. Like when you are stretching the wires between the two fixed points, it starts vibrating to and fro, but a sound of vibration is produced, hence the motion of the object is vibratory motion. Now the next type of motion is non-periodic or random motion. Random means not fixed. When the object moves anywhere and the movement of the object is not fixed, the type of motion is called as non-periodic motion. Like when you all play in the park, you are not fixed that you will go in only one direction. You can move in any direction, and your movement is also not fixed. So this type of movement is a random motion. Movement of vehicles on the road is also not fixed. So these are some of the examples of non-periodic motion or random motion. We can say that random motion is an irregular motion of the body in which the direction is not fixed. Direction of movement is not fixed. See, like the butterflies, they move anywhere. Their direction is not fixed. So this is an example of random motion or non-periodic motion. So I hope children, you have understood all the points I have today made you clear. Today we have discussed what is measurement and what is motion, what are the different ways by which you can measure, what are the standard units of measurement, and also, my dear children, I have discussed motion, what is motion, what are the different types of motion, and with examples I have tried to explain you the topic. I hope you all have understood. Still, if you have any doubt in the topic, you can ask the doubt and clear it. Thank you.